This card, risk factor, risk factor, is way. Let me get that in there. All right. Huh. Can't really read it. Well, I'll read it out loud then. Target opponent may have risk factor deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards, and then there's a jumpstart ability. You discard a land card or whatever, and you get to do the spell all over again. The card is like way too good, and I'm gonna hear everyone say, but there was another card called Browbeat, which was do 5 damage instead of 8 damage for 3 mana, and draw 3 cards instead of 6 cards. And that card wasn't good enough, so there's no way risk factor can be good enough. That's just craziness. Risk factor is going to be really good and probably worth more money in the future. Another card that's going to be definitely worth more money in the future is like card Worst Fears, but also card Mindslaver or whatever, because like that's just too good for free-for-all games. Any multiplayer game where you're like 4 or more players or something like that, or 3 or more players even, you can just take over one opponent's turn and then attack into another opponent with all their stuff, leaving them completely open for you then to attack in easily and destroy them, and you've harmed another player completely with all of another player's stuff. So you still have all your stuff, and they've been left completely open. Anyways, risk factor is like way too good. I think risk factor is going places. That's my cool analysis. Otherwise, let me say this card, Rowdy Crew, just sucks. I hate Rowdy Crew. Rowdy Crew like makes me angrier than One with Nothing. One with Nothing is like 1 mana and you discard your hand. Rowdy Crew is like, when this enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards at random. And if the 2 cards are like the exact same, then you get 2 counters on Rowdy Crew. So the Rowdy Crew is a 3/3 trample for 4 mana. And it could actually be a 5/5 trample under a very rare event, and you have to discard 2 cards at random. Like, that just seems annoying, and you've got to try to like use madness or something, I guess. I don't know, but that's the same thing with One with Nothing. But somehow Rowdy Crew makes me angrier than One with Nothing, because One with Nothing still seems like they're like trying in there to say like, hey, this is going to be like an interesting card or something at some point in the future. Maybe. Obviously, One with Nothing never panned out, and probably has to be forced to be panned out at this point, because everyone hates that card. Right? Card people can like is Trove of Temptation. This is my... I don't think this will be my favorite card for very long, but it's my favorite card in red right now. Beating out like Mind Moil. This one is, each opponent must attack you or a planeswalker control with at least 1 creature each combat. And then you get a treasure every turn. And treasures are just, you get a gold mana. That you can use 1 time. And you get one of those every turn. And your opponent has to attack you with a creature every turn. So they are forced to basically sacrifice a creature every turn, or hit you with a flyer or something. And if you don't have the flyer removal, you're a little bit done in. But otherwise, you're doing something real impressive and stuff. Real good. With Trove of Temptation. Lastly, just for free-for-all, and there's more of these cards and stuff in general, but I just want to show off these 2. I don't have every card I mentioned, so that's kind of whatever. But Active Aggression and Word of Seizing, they're basically gaining control of a creature until end of turn, but they're instant speed. So you get attacked by one player. You can take control of one of their creatures to defend yourself with, but more importantly, you can like take control of a completely different opponent's creature and then do cool tricks or defend yourself with that creature. That seems like real good and free-for-all. As long as you're dealing with the politics issue or something. Because player politics and stuff. Because you might piss off the players. Same thing with Mindslaver. You might piss off a player, but you might also win the game with that. So that's pretty good. Oh well, that's pretty good. See you guys later.